Hi guys, this is Jake at Canadian Cutting Edge, and today I've got another unboxing for you. This time it's just one knife. So what I think I'm going to do is this will just be the introduction to the video, but I'll do the unboxing and first impressions, and then I'll do the full review. And to get me started, I've got my Schrade SCH 304. I'm really liking this knife that I'm testing out. I'll use that to do my unboxing. I got this from another knife reviewer online. I'll give you all those details later. And let's see how he taped this shut. Oh, opens up this way. It's not taped shut at all. We've got a nice Timberline knife in a pouch. When I give you the details on the price of this, you will be surprised. Here we go. Out she comes. Look at that. A little bit of dust on there. That does feel nice in the hand. Modified tanto. Bit of a recurve. Flipper. I think he said that was G10 instead of carbon fiber. Watch that. When you get past the closing detent, that is good. That's nice and slick. This is the Timberline Full Contact Fighter. It was on sale at Smoky Mountain Knife Works for 20 bucks. Most other places have it for $100 and up. Yes, that does beg the question on, is this a clone or a counterfeit? I don't think it is. I could be wrong. I don't like counterfeits for obvious reasons. Somebody's making money off of somebody else. I don't like counterfeits when somebody is claiming to be making a product under somebody else's name. You know, like if this is made by Joe Schmo Shop instead of Timberline, that ticks me off. But if Joe Schmo makes a knife that looks a lot like this and says Joe Schmo's knife, I don't really mind. I got this from Love Them Knives because I missed that sale, and he let me know that, well, I found out that he had an extra one, and I asked him if he'd sell it to me, and he sold it to me at his cost. Nice guy. And it just arrived in the mail today. So you'll be seeing a full review on this guy coming up. At least I might do a full review on it. It's not your typical EDC style knife. So, you know, I might just keep it and enjoy it and love it. I might do a full review on it. We'll see what you see depending on what I do see. Stick around, guys, for the rest of the video. So there we go. The knife comes in this really nice ballistic nylon pouch, aluminum plate on here with Timberline etched into there. Let's unzip this and see what we've got. We've got some really dense closed cell fiber foam in here. And we take this out and we've got the knife. Put that aside. And there she is in all her beauty. The other side right here if you want to see the pocket clip. We've got... Let's talk about the materials we've got on this knife first. D2 steel for the blade. We've got titanium liners, or if they're not titanium, they're certainly not magnetic. We've got some steel bolsters there, some nice 3D. I'll give you a nice close-up picture of that. We've got G10, and then we've got the steel pin Torques to adjust it. Other Torx screws there. There is a little insert. I'll try to get a close-up picture of the insert for the lock arm. And then there's the lockup. So that's the nutshell what the knife, the materials on it. Let's talk about the specs before we get on. This is not a light knife. It's 6.3 ounces. 181 grams. For me, for the size that it is, it's not a problem. The handle from the most extreme point to the most extreme point here, 5.5 inches, which is 13.7 centimeters. When it's open, you've got 9 inches, 22.7 centimeters. Your cutting edge from the beginning of that choil to the tip, drawn on a diagonal straight across, not following the edge, but straight across there. That is 3.75 inches, which is 9.5 centimeters. We've got a flat grind here, aka saber grind, and a modified tanto. So it's got a round point instead of a sharp point where the tanto comes in. We've got a really cool swedge, a one-sided swedge put on there. So you've got that one-sided swedge. Let's see the other side. Not bad. The tip of the blade comes to a very good point there, and I'll give you a close-up of that as well. We've got a bead blasted grind and a mirror finish flat, bead blasted on that swedge there as well. And you've got some really nice jimping in here, and it's not overly aggressive jimping. It feels really good on the thumb and actually gives you good purchase. The thickness of the spine of the blade is 0.147 inches, 3.75 millimeters. So it's a nice heavy piece of steel. That's right around 1/8 of an inch. There's no skeletonization on the liners, which helps add to a little bit of the weight. The liner lock works really well. The bearings in here are, I read they are IKBS bearings. I've not taken this knife apart to check. You got a nice big heavy stop pin right there. And as I showed in the intro, it closes so easily. The bearings run really, really well on this knife. Very smooth action. At lockup, it's rock solid. There's no blade play up and down, side to side, nothing like that. Really nice. Lockup is, not even at 50% yet. It's very much like I like to have the lockup be on a brand new knife. Lots of room to wear across there. And I already mentioned the steel insert. We've got a really cool hole back here that is not a lanyard hole. You put some lanyard in there and slip, it's just got cut off. Unless you got to find a way to make it hide up in that corner up here. You've got your pocket clip. It's the one thing that I would have changed on this knife is I'd rather have a pull over pocket clip so it's a really deep carry. Because this guy, you've got 1 inch sticking out, 2.5 centimeters sticking out of your pocket. And one thing that you're going to see is this shiny steel for your pivot pin. And on the other side, you've got the same thing. So if you make it right-handed, you show this left-handed, you show the same thing, except for on the left-hand side, you've got the little Torx screw. All Torx construction, really nice. The G10 and the liners are milled out so you can see right through for ventilation purposes, because this thing's hot. Well, I already talked about how it feels when it's closing. The bearings are really nice. The action's nice and smooth. Feels good as far as, you're flipping. It's really easy to flip open. You've got a nice heavy blade that, once you get the momentum going, it just flies out. Since we're talking about the flipper, here's another one of the negative areas on this knife is the flipper arm right here. And I'll give you a close-up shot of this. And what I don't find too fond is this edge right there. I wish those edges would be rounded off just a little bit. Because it's a little bit hot on your index finger right there when you're holding the knife. When you're just playing, it's not a big deal. But if you were to actually use the knife, it's a little bit hot on your finger right there. You can see the little bit of a dent right there. These choils here for your index finger and your middle finger are really deep, and this tail flare here all make for a very, very secure grip in the hand. You add to it that little bit of jimping, you're not going to drop this knife. If you're going to use it as a fighter, you will have a very firm grip on it. But as a fighter, it's not that good for your other grips. Like, there's no other grip that's comfortable. Just your basic straightforward grip is the only one that's comfortable with this knife. It's just designed too much to fit in that particular grip. The pocket clip up here is another thing that I would probably take a little bit of a file to and just soften this top edge, because as you can see right there, it can give a little bit of a hot spot in your hand right there. It was being sold at Smoky Mountain Knife Works for $20 a while back. They don't have it anymore. You can't get it. I didn't know about the sale when it was on. And so I got it from another knife reviewer who bought 2 of them when he saw it for 20 bucks, and he sold it to me. And with all of the costs of shipping and everything into Canada and everything from the US, I'm into this knife right around $40 US. Not a bad purchase for $40. The best price I can find right now for this knife is at Knife Center for $116, $117. On Amazon, it's close to $149, $148, something like that. And so for most places, it's well over $100 for this knife. So I really like it. It's a good knife at that price. At the price I paid, 40 bucks. And I've had a lot of fun, just flipping it and playing with it. I've not really I know that I haven't EDC'd it at all, and so I don't want to make it sound like I have. But I've done a little bit of testing. So let's see how well this knife cuts. We've got some paracord here. Let's do my typical 4-layer paracord test. So I grab the paracord on here, hold it nice and snug, and then I give it a slice. It went through that, no problem at all. And then you cut through it, and it works really, really well. That rounded belly is not the best in my particular knife because it's got a slight fold over right there on the tip. I'll give you a close-up picture of that. I don't know when that happened. It either happened, I've not resharpened it. I haven't even stropped it or honed it or anything because I'd like to sell this knife. The reason I'd like to sell this knife is I do need to get a better camera. This camera that I've got right now, it's my cell phone, and my LCD is blinking on and off while I'm recording. I'm just trusting that it's recording well. Pretty soon this thing's going to be totally shot, and I don't have a replacement. I've been looking and looking. There's a good camera that I want to buy, and I need to save up the money for it. And so if I can sell this and get somebody to buy it, since I bought it from another YouTuber who was being generous to me, I'm not going to sell it for more than I paid for it. It just isn't right for me to sell it for $100, because that's what he could have got for it. So I'm selling it for $40 because that's what I've got into it, plus shipping. If you want to make a donation above the $40, that's fine. But the way I'm going to sell this is first come, first buy. You have to email me at canadiancuttingedge@gmail.com, and then you have to pay me through PayPal within the hour. And I will put a link in the description below on how you can pay me. If you don't pay me within an hour, then I'll take the next person that emailed me and I'll give them an hour to pay me, and we'll just keep going like that. And if you pay me an hour and 15 minutes after, sorry, it's on to the next guy already, because I just have to keep it fair and I just can't wait with open-ended waiting. It's just the way I'm going to do it. I hope you guys don't mind too much, but I just have to do it one way, and that's the most clear way I can think of it. Let's keep going though. Here's that banding. That recurve in this blade here really helps it to cut really, really well. I gripped it with that trail right there. I guess that's another grip if you want to get an extended hold on it. You put your index finger in there and then these 2 fingers. And it's actually a fairly strong grip that gives you a bit of extra reach if you're fighting, and it seems to me to be quite secure in hand. So there you have it. The Timberline full contact fighter. I hope I never come in contact with a fighter who has this in his hand. If you like this video, please click on like, even if you don't really like the knife. and share this video with somebody who might be interested. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much. Please click on that bell so you'll be notified for every video. And remember, my first year anniversary is at the end of March, and I'll be doing a giveaway on some of my knives. I'll try to do a big giveaway. And stay tuned for some more videos on some knives that I've got for sale. Remember, guys, always cut towards your chum and not your thumb.